without the glasses, but I can see you guys because I'm using contact lenses. And by the way, it's been just 1 or 2 months that I'm using contact lenses. I went mountain biking and I forgot my glasses at one of my friend's house. So at the moment, it's pretty annoying. I'm pretty ugly, but at the same time, nothing is gonna stop me to show you the Notion dashboard that I've created to manage my projects, because I've used so many softwares, applications, but in the past years, I've used Trello, Discord, emails, worst option by far ever in the world to communicate with clients. I've used Discord, Slack, many applications, and I've never found something that really meets the need of my business, my creative process, my design process. And then I went back to my beloved Notion, because I was using Notion for years up until this point to manage my social media, to manage my personal life. And so I decided to move my business also into Notion. And so today I want to show you the dashboard that I've created, the system that I've designed in Notion to manage my projects in a much more efficient way than what I was doing before. First of all, as soon as I land on my Notion dashboard, I need to remind myself in the morning that I'm looking at the dashboard, because I'm extremely stunned in the morning, but whatever. But I have a gallery view with all the projects that I'm currently doing. By the way, this is a fairly new dashboard, so at the moment there's not much content in it, but we have the projects. Here I have a board view with all the things that I need to do, a broad view of all the things that I need to do for my studio, YouTube and Instagram, with all the videos, all the tasks that I need to get done, or the projects that are ongoing. But this is a really nice view, because in that way, instead of going into my calendar, I go in Notion, I see the board view of all the things I need to do, and also sometimes, not very often, I'm not a good big planner, but I can also plan my week. Let's jump on the juicy stuff, and here we have the client projects. The page is very simple. In the top left, we have project status, but I'm currently thinking about removing this part because I've implemented a board view with all the tasks that we are currently doing in the business, basically grouped by not started, in progress, and done, so by status. Here we have project info, key dates. This is very nice to just have a really broad view of when we need to deliver the project, nothing fancy. Deliverables, we also put deliverables into proposal. It's a really nice thing to put them here, because in that way we also remind to our client what they get from working with us. Plus, it's a checklist, so they get to see what is going on, how the project is progressing, and basically all the things that are necessary. So, for example, if you do brand design with packaging, you can do logo design, you can do packaging design, you can do, I don't know, color palette, typography, whatever. And then you can, if the client maybe needs the logo as soon as possible, you can check the logo and then you can send it to them. Now, the next thing that is very important, but at the same time super boring and annoying, is the paperwork. And here we have a really nice section, very small, but we have the contract, proposal, invoice archive. And by the way, we structure our payments in our studio 50% up front, 25% at the middle of the project, and 25% at delivery. So in that way, it's convenient for us and the client. And all the invoices for these payments are gonna go in the invoice archive. Now we have the proposal and the contract. The proposal, this is a template, and you can copy that. By the way, if you wanna get the entire dashboard of completely for free and you wanna download it, just click the link, click the description. Click the link in the description down below, and by joining my newsletter, it's completely free. You get this template for free, so it's very simple, very fast. If you think that this template might help you, just click the link in the description. Back to Notion, here we have our simple proposal template with goal of the project, deliverables, investment basically for the client, and the next step, something very simple and straightforward. And then we have, before we start, these are the things that for us are important to get done before we start the project. So photos and assets, we need to get all of them from the client, because in that way we can get the art direction of the project from the photos. And this is a very nice tip that I give you, is actually to get the art direction of the project from the photos of the client, because in that way you understand their style and what they like. So this is a really nice way to actually make mood boards that are more spot on for the project. Website copy and content. Usually clients gives us big, huge Word documents with a lot of content that is not even divided by sections. Freaking annoying, but we need to get the work done because otherwise we don't have to copy for the website. And we put everything inside here with a simple bullet list with all the sections. And then something that we are trying to get rid of because it creates friction in the design process with the client. Here we have Webflow profile creation, all the instructions to create the Webflow profile. Sometimes we say to the client, hey, can you create the Webflow profile with the CMS plan? And then we jump in and develop the website. We're trying to get rid of this step. Super annoying, create a lot of friction. Not the best, guys. Now getting to the last section of this template. Now getting to the last section of this dashboard is meeting notes and website inspiration links. And this is a crucial section for our design process because we get the guidelines from the first meetings and the first meeting with the client. We get the branding and positioning keywords, which is absolutely crazy important, guys, because if the client tells you, I need something minimal, I need the editorial, something in the Nike style, something in the, I don't know, Louis Vuitton style, write these keywords down, minimal, bold, Nike, Louis Vuitton, write those keywords down, because at this point you can actually filter like Pinterest by those keywords one at a time, and you end up having a pretty solid mood board with references that are very spot on for the project, guys. Instead of going randomly on Pinterest, like looking minimal, editorial, something really generic that you don't even know if 100% if they work for the project, just write some keywords down and your life is gonna be much easier, friends. Here we have website inspiration links. Usually clients send us some websites that they saw online with maybe colors, layouts, or fonts that they like. So we categorize everything by colors, layout, fonts, and many other things. Getting to the last section, we have full content update guide, and this is where we write down a very extensive guide on how to update the content. Sometimes we also record some videos to have the clients update the content of their website if they are new to Webflow, and questions, basically a Q&A section if they want to have some question answered by us, or if we have to ask them some questions about the project. So again, the goal here is to keep everything extremely organized, but at the same time very easy to navigate and very easy to consume for us and for the customer. So in that way, we don't lose time trying to manage the project or to communicate. The small part that is extremely helpful in this section for the clients is this view deadlines. This is basically a simple calendar view, but as you can see, we have our project and each project is gonna have an onboard date and a deadline, and this allows us to view the deadline on the calendar. And by the way, we can connect all sorts of, I don't know, tasks and everything is gonna be visualized in the calendar. It is super nice to keep everything again way more organized and to make sure that we're not gonna go over the deadline. Now if you go over the other sections of the dashboard, here we have I use this board view for Impica Studio just as a to-do list, so I have a pro view of all the things that I need to do in the studio. On YouTube instead I have a template set up, so I have a 3-column setup. On the left side I have the task list with for this specific video, the script, introduction, content, outro, very simple, and on the right side a list of all the things that I need to record, the B-rolls and graphics, etc. So this is a very nice setup. By the way, I'm showing you that because maybe it sparks you some ideas to integrate the new ways of managing your projects in your current design system. So this is very helpful to me, and hopefully this is gonna be helpful to you. But I wanted to keep everything extremely simple. Notion can be, I know they can be much more complicated with automations, code, databases, whatever, all sorts of things that you can think of. But I wanted to keep everything super simple, straightforward, easy to use, and minimal, guys. Minimal. I don't want to waste time managing my projects. I want to focus on the craft. So hopefully this is helpful to you. If so, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video, guys.